Welcome back to Sgcarmart Reviews. Today we're going to be taking a look at a car that's come from a company that's been making cars for over 100 years. Now this is the Plus 6 from the Morgan Motor Company, and it looks from that period, doesn't it? Now, if you're thinking about trading in your car for this Morgan Plus 6, well, I think if you're thinking about buying this Morgan Plus 6, you probably wouldn't need to trade in your car. But if you're thinking about trading in your car, try selling with Quotz instead. Quotz uses its network of dealers to get you the best price possible. In fact, they're so confident of getting you the best price that if you sell your car for a higher price, they'll give you $100. But don't just take our word for it, look at the hundreds of raving reviews on their service. To find out more, visit quotz.com.sg. That's QUOTZ.com.sg. Now let's find out more about this Morgan Plus 6. Now, Morgan Motor Company has been making cars since 1910, and currently they employ some over 200 workers, producing about 800 cars a year. As you can see, the cars are really made to look like it was from that period, but the inside is anything but. And it also measures some 3.9 meters long by 1.8 meters wide. Now that may not seem particularly big by today's standards, but keep in mind that this is a two-seater roadster, and of course it has a lot of space up front, just like the roadsters of that time. Now you're going to get this grille up here with these vertical metal slats, and of course headlamps and lights right at the front, and those very large flaring view fenders. Now let's check out the side. Now over by the side, this is 1.2 meters tall in this roadster, and you get a very long elongated hood for that 3-litre inline 6 and a little Union Jack here because it is an English company. And this flaring and this waves gives it a signature Morgan silhouette. Now over by the side, this is your door handle. You're going to push this for the door to open, as well as manual little mirrors that it's better off if you turn your head to check. Now for security, you do get a key fob that you can lock and unlock the car with. So right now the car is locked. If I push this, it won't open. Forgot your keys? Don't worry, because you can just open up the sliding windows. And voila! Now onto the rear. Now over by the rear, in a day and age where cars are in pursuit of full aerodynamics, they're going all bubble like your EQS, very bean shaped, it looks good to see a car like this, very boxy, that's still full of character. Here you're going to find a brake light, and this is a rear rack, folds down so that you can haul some stuff in lieu of a boot. You're going to get your Plus 6 moniker here, and this is where you're going to pump up your petrol. In the night time, this lights up, this LED lights up for your plate holder, and it looks really, really good on top of your sport exhaust tips. Now let's check out the inside. The Morgan Plus 6 Touring is priced at $480,000 without COE. It uses a 3-litre inline 6-cylinder turbocharged engine to produce 335 brake horsepower and 500 Nm of torque. The 8-speed ZF transmission brings the car from 0 to 100 km per hour in 4.2 seconds. For more details on the Morgan Plus 6 Touring or any other car, head on to sgcarmart.com to help you make the smart choice on your next car. Now for a period car that's full of characteristics, on the interior it's going to be relatively sparse by modern standards, but I'm told that everything inside here can pretty much be customized, like this orange tan leather which looks really good, looks really classy along with the wood inlay, and it smells fantastic. And up here your dials, you're going to get very minimalistic dials, speedometer, rev counter, fuel gauge and engine temperature, and there's a little LCD display in front for some of the digital information you might want, like reading its speed. Thank goodness you're going to get an aircon button, which actually works pretty well. Here is your fan control speed, and then a start button. Now the only things that don't feel of the period are here, this BMW gear shift with this kind of Alcantara backing, which feels really good. And then you have your pedal shifters, gear levers, as well as light stalks. And there's also that Sport Plus button which makes your exhaust sing, and we're going to find out a little bit more about that later. But here is also a manual pulling handbrake that's finished really well. But for a car like this, I think that's there's a lot less to be said and a lot more to be felt, so let's take this for a drive. So the Morgan Plus 6 on the road, on the inside, you're gonna feel, at first I admit, rather claustrophobic, but after a while it really takes you in. Even the way you sit inside, it's rather noisy because of course this can't be well insulated, right? But I think it's all a part of that character package of the car, like the way it feels, the steering wheel, the stiffness of how it drives, its weight. It doesn't even have power brakes, so the first time you're gonna have to really work the brake pedals, and of course not to forget those tiny mirrors at the side, so it brings you to another time, and I think that's really the appeal of the car. Now it is powered by the B58 B30 BMW 3-litre inline turbocharged engine, producing some 335 brake horsepower, and put under that it makes an amazing racket. Shift it into sport mode and then push the button for Sport Plus, and you're gonna hear later it's gonna sing, like noise laws be damned, it's just gonna fart and crackle and blow up all over the place, and it just puts a smile on your face. This is a fantastic machine. So while it is very rackety and it is really rough around the edges, I think that's what it's meant to be, right? If you want listen to the wind noise coming in. This is a hot rod muscle roadster, and it's made in the recent years, so it is built exactly for that, and it turns heads like no other. This is just, when I first took the car, I'll admit I thought that it's gonna be cramped, it's gonna be noisy, it's gonna be jittery, and I'll be honest, it is exactly that. But the moment you get behind the wheel, you forgive all of that because it brings so much to the table, this Morgan Plus 6. And I've heard that it doesn't have any semblance of traction control or stability control, so it's even more fun in that, but you just gotta be a little tinge disciplined. Cruise control? No, forget about that. So without cruise control, of course, there's no active cruise control, blind spot monitoring, lane keeping assist, none of that. It's just good old-fashioned fun. In fact, when you put all those together, it kind of just feels like this automatic gear shift doesn't even feel in place. It feels like it should be planted with a manual instead. So in case you think that for some reason the front steering, the rear wheel drive, BMW 3-litre engine is not enough fun, switch it over to Sport mode, push for the Sport Plus button, there you hear the higher revs, push into Sport Plus, and that is just over the top, excessive, but and every single thing that you didn't like about this car goes out the window. Screaming, roaring power inside this. This is a maniac, and it's built for maniacs. It's not for your daily joes. You're not gonna be comfortable. I can feel the heat coming through my legs. I can hear pebbles hitting the road, hitting the underbody of that aluminium frame. This is just a different kind of fun, and that's what the Morgan Plus 6 is all about, I think. Morgan Plus 6, is this a will buy, won't buy, go try? Well, this is gonna be a go try. Well, why? Because to be honest, when I first got my hands on the car, I thought it was going to be a won't buy because it's really cramped, there's barely any insulation, you feel every inch of the road. But the moment you get in the car, you drive it on the road, put it into its paces, and then that's when you know what this car was built for. It is a roadster, the touring car. But at the same time, at some 500, 600,000 odd, It's not gonna be your daily driver. It's not gonna be a family hauler. So that's why it's gonna have to be a go try. Yes, trust me. Head down to the Morgan showroom and try this out. This is something you're not gonna forget. Now that's it for our review of the Morgan Plus 6. What do you think? Do you agree with us? Do you disagree with us? Let us know down in the comments below, as well as any other car that you'd like to see us try out. Leave it down in the comments below as well, because we also read every single one of these comments. Now if you've made it this far, please subscribe to us by hitting that bell notification button so you don't miss any of our future uploads, because we can see that some 80% of you guys unsubscribe, and this will really help get our videos to you. Also, follow us on TikTok. We are at Sgcarmart. And that's it for this review of the Morgan Plus 6. I'm JJ. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye. You probably want to keep your cash card whenever you park this car. Wait a minute.
What? Hey. Is that ours? I mean, is that color? It could be another Sgcarmart.
Fart and crackle and blow up all over the place.